leaks has been stopped for now because the Nintendo Direct happened. The Legend ZA the Legend ZA topic will be going for a week, and after that, new leaks will come in. And at that time, I will be coming back and tell you more on the leaks.
Just look at my hair, man. I haven't even finished my face wash. It's nearly 6 a.m. in the morning, and when I was doing my workout routine, I saw in the post of Central Leaks, I popped into more tweets of the mega evolutions of the 26 leaks, the designs of it. In the previous video, I said some of the designs are like Mega Dragonite and Mega Feelings, Mega Pyro, many more, and turns out he leaked more. So we're gonna talk about it. So 9 hours ago, roughly around the time I was sleeping very deeply, Mega Meganium, obviously the rumors was saying that it is going to be a grass fairy. In the trailer, you could see it has the move disarming voice in the chart. If you see in the announcement trailer, Mega Ember is a firefighting still. Remember the leak that said that it is based off a Chinese warrior for the Mega Ember, so it makes sense why it gets the still of firefighting type. And Mega Feraligatr gets the water dragon. I just spit on my laptop. He gets the water dragon type. Isn't this amazing? And also, he posted the looks of how they look. So Mega Meganium has 4 flowers around its neck, completely hiding the neck, so only its heads stick out of the topmost flower. So it's kind of like, you know, the hibiscus flower, the middle part that sticks out of it. I don't know what is this called, a pollen. I think it's kind of like that. The flowers from head to the body are red, dark pink, light pink, and white. So these colors kind of symbolizes that it is a fairy type, with white highlights for the red and pink flowers, and red highlights for the white flower. Its antennae are longer and have a loop near the top, so it's like a swiggle, like a bug swiggle. It's also bulkier, and its legs flare out like pants over the white claws on the feet. Ooh, it is a decent bulky Pokemon, but it's trash on attacking side. So it says it's also bulkier, and its green legs flare out with like pants over the white claws on his feet. So it can claw people? Is what I'm assuming with the design. If I play the game, I do want to see how Mega Meganium looks like, or I could wait on someone's gameplay and look into it. The Mega Ember, he says that it will be it is an ancient Chinese warrior. The flames around its head are much more larger and more elaborate. So it's like blazing around its neck, like bursting around, with the black ornament decoration extending upwards behind its neck. It also holds a spear entirely made of fire, pointing vertically. This is amazing. Mega Ember getting the Chinese soldier kinda esque is really amazing. And with the description is showing, he will stab people. He will stab people and the Pokemon. Yo, who are you trying to attack you? Shut your ass up. And he just stabs around people. That would be really visually really amazing to see. And last but not least, Mega Feraligatr gains a giant red crocodile head, which I talked about in the previous video. Red crocodile head extension at the base of its neck that can rise upright, so it can extend its head, then snap or swing downwards to shield its actual head. Oh, okay. With this ability, he's saying that he swing downwards to shield its actual head. It kind of symbolizes that he loses all the defense because he wants to block his head because it's stretching out a lot. And I also think he will be very nimble, but very fast and powerful. I think with the description this has. It also develops 3 right spikes on each arm, like a shoulder pads, I think, and larger spikes along its back, definitely giving the dragon vibes. So, out of the 3 starters, if I want to pick one in Legends ZA, Mega Meganium is kind of really interesting for design wise. Mega Ember is really sick. I think many people will choose Mega Ember just for this description, But I don't know. And I think I will either go for Meganium just for how the design wise it will look. And I think I will go for Mega Feraligatr because my boy is getting a Mega Evolution and get the love, and I really will support it. Alright, next we're gonna talk about this sucker here. Okay, Mega Clefable. I said that Mega Clefable will be the surprising one, and here the surprising fact is that Mega Clefable, it has a pom-pom parrot shape, so it will be like more circular. The pom-pom is like a curly Q, so if you see in this GIF, you see at the top, it kind of gets the whitish splashes on it, and it gets a little curly Q. It has enormous wings that stretches out behind it on the sides, which are very simple, with a gradient from pink at the top, yellow, green at the bottom. What kind of a design choice is that, with a gradient from pink at the top and yellow, green at the bottom? Did he poop himself when he gets Mega Evolution though? When he gets Mega, it's a fairy flying type. Totally getting the Togekiss vibes from this. I think he deserves this. Yeah, I think from the design wise, I'm really kind of interested in this, but I really don't think it will get. I don't really think I will use it in my team. But this sucker, I will really use it because Barbarico, it is a really interesting Pokemon. I think I used it in Pokemon X. I think I used it for a while until the 5th gym. After that, I didn't use it. I don't know what's the reason behind it, but I really love Barbarico. All right, here it says that he will become Rock. Hear me out, Rock fighting type. So Rock fighting type. It is a really underrated underrated typing, I think. So the brown becomes black. So all the brown splashes on the body of Barbarico will become black. The thick limbs become much thinner. So, and also he says that the hand face is in a rock on pose. The middle 2 fingers are bent at the horn joint. The other 2 facing up. So here, if you see the face of Barbarico, the middle 2 fingers will be pointing upwards and will become these 2 kind of fuse together and become a huge on, and the other 2 fingers will rise up even higher. So kind of like indicating its horn attacking devil. I kind of like that. So the black spikes come out of the both upper and lower icebergs. So if you see, there are holes. Many people think that this is just the design wise. So no, these are holes. So from there, black spikes come out of. The upper iceberg has 8 to 10 thin tentacle arms coming out of various angles. So my guy gets like 10 arms. He was just like 4 arms. Now he has 10 arms, thin tentacles coming out of various angles. The limbs have all black, 3-finger claws surrounding. He's a beast. He's a freaking beast. I have to use him, I think. So far, out of the starters, I think Mega Barbarico takes the cake. Monstrous design description I have ever seen. So next is Mega Dragonite, which I already talked about it in the previous video, so I don't want to talk about it. Mega Frostlass. Mega Frostlass is very tall and thin. The Oni arms, the Oni means the devil. The Oni arms on its head become very long, pointed and curved. Its hair is long and flows down behind his head. The yukata has blue and purple lining at the base with star designs. If you see Mega Frostlass, it will look like a snow devil with big horns like a Hellboy. And with the yukata, imagine the Emperor's design lining combining with Frozen. I think that's the vibe I'm getting here. I'm really excited to use this guy. I really love Mega Feelings, man, which I already talked about in this the previous video. And Mega Drampa, my old guy. Mega Drampa turns the white Columbus clouds. I really butchered that. So he gets the white Columbus clouds into storm clouds. So the beard and all the squiggly curly hair he has, it will become like a black cumulonimbus clouds. You know, if you don't know what cumulonimbus clouds is, basically they are the largest type of clouds in the atmosphere, and they are the ones who can cause storms. All the white becomes black and gray. The 4 cloud bits on its head stick upwards instead of drooping down. So he's getting Super Saiyan, and his eyebrows is looking like this. He's getting the anime eyes, like this, like this. It has the Viking horns. What? It has Viking horns and a long black goatee. It has claws ready to strike and coming out of the storm clouds and around his body. Oh boy! He has to become a dark dragon type, is it not? Based on the description and the appearance, he has a lot of dark stuff instead of the white stuff he has. Like a Mega Barbarical getting the fighting type. Imagine he gets a dark dragon type. And next is Mega Scrafty, which I'm really not excited for. But let's see what this description boosts me. So he wears a white hoodie that covers his mohawk. The hoodie is in front of and making the sleeves drape off his arms. Its pants are also white, which rips across the knees, revealing its orange skin underneath. An orange tail now peeks through the pants instead of being covered by them. Okay, the description saying this, and I'm kind of getting the idea that it will play as a role as a thief. I think all the hoodie stuff and the long sleeves and kind of like draping around and sneaking attack. I kind of getting the vibes. I still think this will stay as a dog fighting type, and I think this will be. I'm okay with the Mega Scrafty description. I doubt I will use it. I already talked about Mega Starmie, which I really excited on how he looks like. So I didn't really talk about Mega Chandelier. Mega Chandelier is much fancier. 2-tier chandeliers instead of having 2 light holders coming out of the sides. So for the normal chandelier, you have 2 tiers on the both sides. So and also from the sides of the curly shapes, a single huge tail, which is really tall. Light, like a scorpion tail comes behind. Light comes out of the front of each of the 4 to 5 curly shapes of the top level of the chandelier. So imagine like a scorpion tail from behind. It lights up, and the remaining here 2 curly tiers, and here 2 curly tiers. The bottom level has 8 spokes with smaller lights. Oh, okay. So he's kinda getting like the banquet. Ever visited a banquet? You could see the chandelier having a circle with at the bottom you could see a lot of spokes having the lights. The light at the top of his head as a decorative crown shape surrounding it. So it is like the banquet chandelier. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay. Next is Mega Skarmory, which I really expected which will come, and the description says that it will become longer and pointier. Like I said in the previous video, it becomes longer and pointier. Everything the silver turns bright gold, and it has red eyes instead of white. My guy becomes a Super Saiyan here. Literally, I said Drappa will become a Super Saiyan with the spiky hair, and this guy turns into gold. Or should I say golden Frieza? You know, I'm a sucker for Dragon Ball, so he turns into gold, so he becomes a devil. He becomes Frieza, obviously. The horn on its head is longer, and the top of its beak is extended, kind of like a bald eagle, like a sharp beak. Its wings have green, black instead of red underneath the glow. Okay, green, black. Oh, I like the combination. Its talons become very thin and long and thin. I think this design will be more armory for Skarmory, and he will be sitting on the land, doesn't move, but still has the flying type, I think. Next is Mega Electros. Mega Electros is pure electric. It is very hard to describe though. It says the body becomes like a straight tube with a line of yellow dots going all the way from the eye to the end, back at the end. So the tail, which is all white, leans forward over the body tube. Okay. The 2 arms stick straight out of either side. Thin connectors to additional white tubes shaped like a body with colors similar to Dynamo. The arms face forward and have no eyes, but have fins coming out of the top, and the gold highlights the fronts of the arms. Bro, I'm confused here. What the hell is this description right here? So my man just saying that it will literally look like a battery, because he says that one arm has a plus symbol and the other arm will have a minus symbol, and it is set in a white background behind all the symbols it shows. So it literally becomes like a battery, a living battery, with the description he says. But I'm also confused on the color scheme here. It says that he has a color scheme similar to Dynamo. He also says that the white doesn't go all the way all over his body, but still gets the yellow dots, which I'm really kind of confused here. So the color scheme is kind of confused, and I'm really not sure how the description says and how the looks will come out. But I'm really kind of interested on the battery Pokemon. My Dragalge gets an evolution, boys. Mega Dragalge has two antlers which form trident shapes. My guy gets the Poseidon treatment here. The middle spokes of the trident are purple and pink up. Yep, getting the Dragalge color scheme. Its head shape extends to the trail. Behind it were three long and wide spaces of each side. So if you see the fin behind of a Dragalge, it will become into three separate ones. The fin will separate into three separate ones. On the top of the purple undersides, the kelp limb becomes longer and more spindly. So I look into spindly. So it's kind of like more. It's kind of like more curvy, but it's kind of like more curvy. So all the curve on Dragalge will become more longer. I kind of expect from Dragalge like that, but he gets an mega evolution. But try to be more faster, please, because his speed stat is very terrible. This is one of the Gen 5 Pokemon I really love the most. I love Crocodile, I love Excadrill, I love Scolipede. These guys were really my favorites. Sometimes Livani. Livani is really underrated though. So Mega Excadrill has a silver plate on his chest and shoulders. What is this Pokemon's getting the ideas of wearing armor? I like it already, but should he get an armor? it heads and arms. It becomes a third of the big layered drill shape. Orange on the outside and silver on the inside. When it puts his arms forward so that the third connects, you can't see its body behind the big drill shape. You know, if you watch Ben 10, the Ultimate Alien, you know Cannonbolt, the alien which spins around and curls around and spins. If you see the Ultimate Alien of it, which is literally the Mega Evolution concept there, you could see all the steels around the Cannonball. So I'm kind of getting the idea here, except the color scheme right here is kind of really off. Really orange? What's wrong with the red? The red seems really fitting. What's with the orange though? I assume that he still gets the steel ground type, but I will be really amazed gets a steel fighting type. Alright. Right off the bat, thank you, Central Leagues. Thank you. Because he just praised Scolipede, my favorite bug Pokemon. Mega Scolipede, he says that it's really cool. That's a really good start. Starting where the neck rears up, the segments replace the red color with gray, keeping pink, and the black same with the turquoise highlights. Okay, so already this screams very poison, but I doubt the bug type is still there because he says that it looks like it is wearing a gray plate armor over its body with turquoise pupil and the lines across its segments behind his eyes and extending up to his horns. Are we seeing a Mega Scolipede poison steel type? Because even though it looks like a huge bug type, he says that all of the colors and the turquoise highlights, especially the turquoise highlights, indicates it's a 100% guaranteed poison type. But he also says that it wears a gray plate armor, which is really weak to ground, but it is a really good offensive type and also kind of very good at defense as well. So I will use Scolipede in my team, obviously. Next is our luchador mascot here, Mega Halucha. So he wears a black wrestling mask with gold highlights, yellow feathers around his neck, and a gold neck piece with black highlights. So, if you see some of the luchadors wearing the black mask, it's the new trend. So, take all of the green aspect and stick it with gold. I'm kind of getting that aspect here. So, the mask eyes are white and covers its eyes completely, so there are no pupils. The orange feathers on its head are longer, and the crotch feather has a gold trim to his leg boots. Okay. So he's like a golden fighter, fighting for justice with his luchador golden mask. So Mega Malamar is he's just thin with a rainbow colored body ending in a single white part of the bottom and very thin tentacles. It's really hard to describe better. Yeah, what does Mega Malamar look like? It has you know what? It has rainbow colored scheme. I like it, but it's thin. It becomes skinnier. So many people sleeps on Mega Victreebel because he says here that the Mega Victreebel's brown wine whips around its mouth opening, trying it shut so that it looks like a giant bulging pouch tied off the thin opening. So the wine wraps close the opening. The leaf arms are much smaller, placed near the top of the bulging pouch. The leaf at the top stands up, becoming much bigger and spikier. He is dangerous because if you shut down a Venus flytrap or whatever because in real life, if you shut down the real plant the Victreebel has been inspired, or if the top has been lifted off, the acid inside the body will be more dangerous. If you touch it, your existence is evaporated. So imagine the bulge or the top of the Victreebel is closed shut, and the big leaf at the top, if it opens up really high, imagine the acid spray comes out. I imagine there's an ability which when Mega Victreebel gets, like if it spits out acid, your defense and special defense drops harshly. Here are the big news boy. Big boys are arriving here. He says that it will kind of look like the most complete version of the Zygarde, but below the Zygarde complete black armor surrounding the neck. If you see the neck okay, let me just show you. So he says that around the collared neck, the complete form of Zygarde is showing. It will be completely gone. Instead, when it gets rid of it, it becomes unarmored, revealing a completely green body with hexagon patterns. So if you see, there are white spots on Zygarde. When it pierced off the armor, you could see all of the green body with white hexagon patterns. There are black and white hexagons placed on the knees, and he will show a lot of hexagons on his body. Imagine showing that. The hexagons with 6-packs, man. Imagine he gets a 10-pack. A 10-pack hexagon. Oh, you know what? That sounds not bad. All right. Last but not least, my least favorite out of the Mega Evolution leaks is Mega Eternal Flower getting the evolution. But I'm still hoping the Mega Evolution will look sick because it says that the flower gets much bigger. Imagine the flower gets really bigger, like the ultimate weapon. That would be very surprising. Its lower body becomes like a red tail that curled up. Okay, if you see the flowered tail, it says that it will become very long and gets curled up, becoming the stem of the huge flower, which has thin loops and hollow parts. Okay, so the whole body of the floweret becomes the stem? How is it still alive? The guy right here says that a middle stage Pokemon has never had a Mega, so I have doubts. I know it's a leak, but it still might be possible. AZ is there, and I think in the story wise, it kind of makes sense, pal. It kind of looks like this, with the tail curled up, and this becomes a stem. I think the Eternal Flower is not a floweret at all. It's an entity, because it becomes a stem of the huge flower he's holding. It's dead. It's literally dead. So far, this is the weird one and also a very intriguing one. The most intriguing one besides Mega Barbaric. If I am really correct, Pokemon X doesn't allow you to use Eternal Floret besides hacking, obviously. Imagine you get Eternal Floret after some kind of a post quest after beating a Legend ZA story game, and AZ gives you Eternal Floret, which I really doubt he will give. Besides, I think AZ will fight us, and he Mega evolves some. I don't know how he get the keystone for the Eternal Floret. If he battle AZ, I think he will Mega evolve it. Huh. I'm thinking of a real video idea here.